These slave captains only need people that are healthy, only need people that they can actually make money from. So if they cannot make money from you, they will not want you to stay alive. So they will dump you here and your life will end there. And when you go, hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Queen Sophie, and now we are going to be having a history tour of Banana Island. Most islands here in Sierra Leone has a history about slave trade in Sierra Leone, and then Banana Island is just one of those islands that have a history about slavery. We are going to be having a tour of Banana Island. So this is the tour guide. How you do, sir?
I did well.
So while you tell from Bull, then you name and what do you do?
Okay. Me now, my name they call Mr. Grandpa David. Grandpa David.
So Mr. Davis,
yes.
When you came to this island?
I came during the war time, 1991.
What did bring you to this island?
What bring me come na the island? The war meets me na the north,
okay.
And at the south. Na the war meets me. So where the war meets me together with me wife, he decided to bring me Ghana in your own country. That's na the island. During the war time, no one enter na ya.
So I love counting at this island.
Yes, I love
so since you are here, you never left?
I never left. I don't get no sick. That's why I maintain myself.
And for this tour, what will they expect for you?
What you they expect for you? I will show you the history of the island, how the slaves begin at the island.
Okay.
Now, so we go to the water well.
Okay, so we almost there near the water well. So another question I want to ask about the island. I want to know who are the first people that come when they are Sierra Leoneans, but the one that first settled na this island.
You do the central.
No, the one the Sierra Leone.
Oh, it's Sierra Leone.
Yes, the one that were resident na Salon.
Okay, the first people we found this island now the Shabo people. Yes. They settled at the main wharf.
Okay.
So we'll get for go there. I will show you where they may settle.
Yeah, so tell me why they be settled.
No, where they may settle because here they be fishing ground. Understand? So during that time, no house is not been there. Okay. No say fisherman any firm place.
Yes.
So they only rescue their life at the wharf. Okay. Because during that time, there is no houses in the island. Okay. Water well was built by the Portuguese people. Yeah, but during the time of slavery, because when they came in the island, in Sierra Leone, in the island, and settled in the island, there is no water to drink. So they are the first people who provide water well. Okay. After that, when the British come overthrown the Portuguese, they said they find themselves to get drinking water. There is no light. So they put structure, the lamp holder. That's what you see. Now the British, they in time now of slavery. Okay. But they have already overthrown the Portuguese. Okay,
so now guys, the first people that found this island and started doing slavery are the Portuguese people. That's Pedro de Cintura. Alright. And then after Pedro de Cintura reign, actually the British people came in and overthrew them. So when they came in, they met already this well. Yes. So they decided to reserve this for drinking water. But what they did here is they made this thing that is standing right here.
That's a lamp holder.
Yes, because at that time there were no lights. The place was dark. We do not have electricity.
A forest.
It was a forest, and then there were no electricity. Yes. So uncle, this thing what they see, I don't see na metal, na iron. Yes. So how they make fire na this place?
No, how they make fire?
How they get light from this place?
Then they find a container. Understand the container. Then they find this banga that not oil.
Yeah.
They put in a container and the lamp. Then take pieces. They dump on there. So they hang. So we go light the whole of the night.
Yes. So they go drain the oil.
Yes, they drain the oil. So they put in a container. then put the oil in a container.
Okay.
Yeah, then catch iron. Now see the way they make the funnel. So I have a big breeze blow everything. It can't fall down.
So they were using the oil they were getting from the palm kernel to light up and to form light for them to get light. So also we go next.
Now we go show you now outside them they keep the slaves there.
So obviously when they capture slaves, they will have to have somewhere they keep them. So that is where we're going.
I will show you the reason why they call here Banana Island.
So that is really interesting, Uncle. Because I'll be the really wonder why make them call here Banana Island.
No, what make them call here Banana Island? At the shape of the land, they call Banana Island. The shape of the fruit, banana, not the plantation. The shape of the fruit of the banana. So when you go out of coast, when you turn your back, you see the land. It's similar like a banana fruit.
Okay.
Church.
So now you can do one. Just start the video.
Yeah.
So now, Uncle, also where they go?
We can go on at the church side.
Whose church?
The church where West African Methodist Church, where the British build.
So the time the British were here, they built a church for them to be worshiping God while enslaving us. These people get hurt too.
They show we God.
They show us God, but then I don't know. I will talk about that when we're there.
Now don't go inside the church building.
For
this church building, recently they built this one. The original one, it did not collapse 1995.
So also in there.
What time?
In there,
In the inside, I will go show you the foundation.
So the actual church that was built by these people when they were here, these Portuguese people, is actually broke down during the war. So then we want to keep the memories fresh. Alright, so therefore the government or the community people thought it fit to construct this and put it right here. So you come here, you know that back then the people built the slave-free captains built a church around here, and that it had failed them. But then this is what they named the church, Saint Louis. Saint Luke. Sorry.
This church and the church bell.
So these people now be Catholic then? So and then they carry this bell.
Then they carry this bell in the year 1881.
So this bell was here around 1881 when they actually construct the church. And then if you're a Catholic, you understand that Catholics have these bells, very big one that they have to ring whenever they are having, service and everything. So, okay, you see where for the inside there?
No, you don't go. Now make you use iron or stone. Iron is the sound of the bell.
So that most time reminds you of its service time, its mass time, and different things that we're using.
Look at the old church we are going.
So now we're actually going to the old church that has collapsed. Okay.
Church all over all this foundation at the big church.
So guys, this place is where the church was, the actual church that these people constructed. When you come closer, and then you see part of the wall.
The vesting wall.
That's at the entrance. But this was part of the church.
And the church is stop here.
So all of this place was the church.
The church.
So that is just a word that is remaining. All of here. We are actually inside the church. So come, let me show them something.
Look at the wall church.
So this is the wall church. You guys can see this. Oh my goodness, I can't church. But then you guys can see this. This is the actual building, but then everything is down now.
That's the wall under.
So this is the remaining. What's that vesting?
The vesting inside the reverend. The for cancer.
Okay.
We are now off from the church.
So now we are off from the church. So now, Uncle, where will they go?
Now they go and slave for beside them. They keep the slaves there. This
so
only area was out now. So yeah, then I them they keep the slaves there.
Okay.
with them the chain there, don't yeah.
Okay.
So anybody we get excuse for go, we the one get and go America. It was say excuse, say no well, and they go dump you and another water well with them they drink. Yes, that's how they go.
So yeah, now Usai.
Now the barracks, Usai
So-
the slaves in the captain in there.
So okay, when you turn to this side,
Yes.
yes. When
You
you
see
turn to
them.
this side, where you see those stones,
Stones, yes.
these were actually the barracks where the captains were living.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So this is where the captains were living, and then before ever the slaves will come over, so that they will send them to wherever they want to send them. This was their own quarter.
Yeah, exactly. So here now, the one way you get excuse, you therefore go, forget and go abroad. You say, you know where, show them in the indicators water for drink. But later on, after the slaves don't finish, so the one way, you know, the one way you decide, you know, for go. Now they don't play life. You get excuse way not for go abroad. The one way willing, then they go life.
Okay.
But you are way not willing to go, you get excuse, say, you know well, so they don't play in a life.
So guys, let me explain this better to you. You see this thing that is like a hole? This was actually dug. It was actually a water well. So it was used, they were using it for drinking. But then, this was what they were actually using this for. This island, in case you don't know, maybe I've been talking about, this island is actually an island. As soon as the slaves are here, they will not store them here. They will have to take them to the ship and sail them out to different countries that they will be slaves.
Exactly.
But then, the place where actually they were keeping them is Kent. This that you're seeing here is where they dump slaves, or those that are being rebellious, those are acting sick, and then those that they found out that they do not have any use for, that they are weak.
Yes. Yeah.
Because when they are actually exporting these slaves, they want healthy slaves.
Exactly.
They want slaves that are strong, that will walk masslessly. So when they are here, some slaves will act as if they are weak. Some slaves will actually act as if they are weak, or as if they are sick, hoping that the slave masters will set them free. But this is what they will do. They will actually take them to this well, and they will dump them inside here. And they will tell them, since you are sick, you have to wait for us here, because there is no building here that they can keep them.
Exactly.
So they will tell them, you have to wait for us here. And then they will dump you here, and then they will leave. Obviously, that is a way of killing those that are not useful to them. Because this was a waterway and it was very deep. Now it's covered. All right? When they slave port. Yes. They call it slave port. This is like a no return. This is a punishment for those that are acting as if they are weak. And this is a way to say you that even though you have been captured, and when you are not useful to them, they end your life. So this is where they will put you. This is where they will demolish you. So my own take about it was, just imagine if you didn't dumped into this well without food, just water, mere water. Oh my goodness, you cannot make it alive. You cannot make it out alive.
You can die.
So many of our kinds died here, and then their remains were left here. So there are many souls around this area that might be crying. And then I don't know, right now I'm feeling so emotional. This is because our forefathers had to go through a lot for us to be freed. And then I am bringing you this content for you to always remember where we are coming from. Okay, the fact about slavery is that so what I read, it was happening within Africans. That is when tribal wars were there. So the Western people took that as an advantage to get into us and get rid of us. So they will come offer money to these chiefs that are dominant, and then this chief will sell other Africans to them. And then when they sell them to them, they do not need, they are just there to demolish us. They are just there to end our lives, and they are there to make money from us. So I'm very much emotional because our forefathers had to go through a lot before we are able to get our freedom. So now also we go.
Now they go show you now outside. They put the cannon there, way for safeguard the slaves.
For safeguard themselves.
For safeguard themselves.
So,
see this area, now they keep the slaves there. Understand? The way they capture you up country, they bring you Ghana, from Kent, then bring you Canada.
Yeah, for me they ship you out.
For me they ship you out.
Okay.
So after that now, now they tie the slaves there. But later on, they said they get something where they protect them. That make the British them bring the cannon.
But he told me that this place was very clear. If you watch, I don't know if you can see, but then the water is there. The beach is actually around that side. Yes. So this is the side that the ships will sail to. And then when they're about to export you, the slaves, they will actually tie them around these rocks. Please come closer. They will actually tie them around these rocks. This is where they will wait until the ship is here, and then they can just transfer them into the ship. So because this is where they were actually transporting them, they were putting the slaves, and then they were transporting them to the ship. That is why they have cannons around this place, because they have to protect themselves, and just in case somebody wants to rebel, they will easily kill the person.
So now the cannon there.
So these are the cannons. Oh, now I see one. So you guys, this is one of the cannons. You see, it's directly focusing on this side. And then on this side we have water, and then here was just somewhere that they will be tying and chaining slaves. So the slave will be all over there. The ship has to come, and then the ship take them too. So they have this cannon for protection, to protect their own selfish interests. Oh, okay. So now we are going.
We are going to where the king of the slaves lives.
So now we are heading to where the captains were residing. So where we just went, where maybe workers, will stay. That's barracks. Yes. Now outside all that people they stay. But then, Uncle, if you explain this, now say the king will come, then in there.
Right. The king will come.
Of witches.
Yeah,
the witches
king.
Then
the king will come. So it be settled. Now king will have that one for the other. I make them call it the skin wap.
Ah.
Yes.
So,
and the name
during the time when Portuguese were here, to overcome them, the British king was actually around.
Yes.
So because he's a king, they had to provide for him special place where he's staying. Yes. And then that place is called King Wap. Okay. So tell Uncle, open at this place.
I know, at the end the fire is squad in there. Yes. Where we say, where they keep, now the king in there. So now make all them go there. They
protect the king.
They protect the king.
So
the two facing now the land where you come from, Kent.
Okay.
So the two, Freetown Highway, where you come from. This place. That's why. There are two cannon for the one is in the school.
Okay.
Yes, now only three remain.
So now three there.
Yes.
So guys, this is called King Wap. This was where the British came back then that came here and overthrew this place to continue slavery was staying. So to protect the interests of the king, there were four cannons here. Two was focusing directly where the slaves were being kept. That place is called Kent. So two was focusing there. And then the other two was focusing the part of Freetown. Yeah, exactly. Alright. So just in case they were like really protecting themselves from the natural inhabitants of Sierra Leone, the originated people from Sierra Leone. So they were protecting their king, and they were protecting this land so that no invaders will come to this land in order to rebel against them whatsoever. So this is just to protect their own selfish interests.
You can see the notice board now where everything written there.
So you guys, this that you're seeing here has the story, and it says more about this place. It says more about the slavery. It's saying, if you can pause it and read, so that you can understand.
It's
But it is
firing point.
safely telling us about this entire area, the firing point. And then at the end of it, it's telling us that two captains, or two people, one captain and then another man that they were part of the slave trading, died. All right, and then it's also telling us that their graves are here.
Right.
And then also it's telling us the date they died, so you can pause it so that you will read.
The canon, the time, the canon lie down here in the year of 1813. Come on, this is the canon.
So in the history,
Yes.
they tell you about the colonels and then the time they were brought here and everything.
Exactly. To the cemetery now.
Okay, we are going to the cemetery, the place where the two people, the two white people, when they died, where they actually buried them. But to be very honest with you guys, I do not think they actually needed to be buried on this land. But I guess they were buried here because at that time they were in control.
Yes.
So they were in control of the place. So when they died, their comrades or their colleagues decided to bury them here. But those graves are still here.
The captain, he died, he got gold fever.
Oh, the captain died. The captain of that time died from cold fever.
Yes.
I think the plates or the writing is on the grave, and then another guy died too.
Okay, the two white people there are the cemetery.
Oh, okay. So this is actually the entrance of the
cemetery.
cemetery.
Yes.
But uncle, they see that
1960.
1960.
Now they renovate her now. Because I'm not a bell before.
Okay.
But the time now they can't do now for serious, they will make it now. That make it, the one we make I say 1960.
So.
And 1960 they renovate this gate.
So okay, 1960. That time they. Maybe they were. Wanna be
No, they waiting.
Okay, 1960. That's when slavery be there.
No, me I don't born now.
So
no.
that means a slavery be still there on.
No, slave not there on again, but I don't think slave been there on again. From 1813 to 1960.
All right, so around 1960, the inhabitants or the people that were already residing here decided to turn this place to their cemetery. Exactly. But this is where actually the two captains, slave trade people were buried.
This tomb where you see so, this tablet where you see so, are the two white people where they bury now, where you read around notice board. No, the people them broke yeah, for make sharpened stone.
Oh.
Yes, so now make here it sounds so born. All be all the history been there all. But now up here I don't go understand again. But here now you see the time we no see na yellow fever killer, the time we die, everything be down.
So wait, this now them be maker.
No, yes, the white people that they make for themselves, yes.
Oh.
Nah, the ending of the town now. The history town.
So first of all, I want to say thank you for letting you give me a tour of this place.
Okay.
And now, guys, I want us to know that what we just saw is actually real, and then it happened. And this is just for us to reflect exactly where we are coming from, for us to know who we are, and for us to know what our forefathers had to go through in order for us to be free. Just imagine if slavery never ended. Just imagine you as a black person where you'll be right now. So can we please reflect, maybe a moment of silence wherever you are, to remember those that lost their life during slavery.
Okay.
And then now I would love to say this would be the end of the history tour. It was not an exciting one at all, because it was really a sad one, because that is a sad part of black history. It just defines races back then, and then it describes how back then the white people who enslaved us really disregards us because of our skin tone. They did not love us, and they were thinking we are not humans. We are actually animals, and then we are not part of them. we are different species of them, so they feel like they are supposed to be master over us. But then that is all over now. What I am trying to spread to you is that we should all love one another. It doesn't matter what color you're from, whether you're white, whether you're black, whether you're yellow, whatsoever you are. One thing I know is that inside us, all of us are having the same organs. Every organ that you have in your eyes, inside, the intestine, everything. If we are different people, honestly, we will not be having the same organs inside. For example, we're having the animals, which are the lions, and then other animals. But honestly, what we find inside them is not what is inside us. So the mere fact that everything inside is the same with you guys, that means that we are all one. We are all humans, just that we came different way from our skin tones. Let's please, let's promote love for one another. This is 21st century. Let's love one another. It doesn't matter which race you're from. And black people, please, let's love one another. Because to be very honest, from the history of the slavery, it is because black people back then that despised each other. That is why slavery even happened in the first place. The history of slavery is saying that us Africans were fighting against each other. So when the European people come, Africans are actually enslaving one another because of tribalism and different stuff. So the white people were actually able to overcome us because they made differences between us. Now that we all have knowledge, now that we all understand what has been in the past, please, let's be one. Tribe, no tribe. Let's come together as one. Let's love one another, regardless of which country you're from, regardless of which part of the world you're from. Let's love one another. And for others that are watching this, that you're not black people, your color, your skin tone is otherwise, I'm telling you that we are all one. Let's please spread love and stop the hate. So this is going to be all for the historical tour of Banana Island. And then thank you so much for giving us this tour.
Thank you too.
We really appreciate it. So you guys have to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and please drop a big heart for him because he deserves it. He told us everything we know now. I think this will be the end of the tour. So I'll see you guys on another video. Bye.